Hello friends, today we're opening 100 packs of Journey Together. Alright folks, here we are. Today is the release date of Journey Together, March 28th, 2025, for anyone looking back on this video, if there is anybody. Hold on, look at that Toad School art, that's really kind of cool. Very minimalistic right there. I kind of like that. I like that. It's kind of looks like a sketch, especially the foreground. Like the background looks like it's, a different style almost, and then the Toad School himself looks like a fruit sketch. Anyway, that's a cool little art. But okay, this is one of the cards I absolutely wanted out of here. I just squeezed it on accident because it fell. But oh my gosh, how is this out of the first pack? One of my chases for this set, Hops Wooloo. I was gonna say a little bit later that what I want out of here really badly is the Clefairy and the Wooloo. Those are like, two Pokemon I really like, and I love the art on this Wooloo. I did pull this in Japanese when I opened Battle Partners, and just a great little card. Look how like contemplative they both are, looking off into the distance. The sky, it's blue, but it's kind of dark. You're gonna get this impression there's kind of maybe a storm rolling in or something, and they, like I said, they're looking off into the distance, into the future, to what's coming. Anyway, I think this is a great card, and it's always hilarious when I try to get, some phrase out or something at the first pack and I get something cool. So that's great. Well, that's one of our chases already down for this set, Hops Wooloo. Next big one's the Clefairy, and if I had to pick something after that, perhaps like the Salamence or something was pretty cool. Oh, the Bellybolt, the Iono's Bellybolt, Iono's Kilowattrel are both really cool too. But I can't believe we got that the first pack. Okay, so that completely wrecked my train of thought. I honestly do not remember what I was saying, other than that this is the release date for Journey Together, which is the English version of the Japanese Battle Partners, which came out a bit ago, Majorna. And interestingly enough, I was just thinking about this the other day that, okay, hold on. This is another art that I really liked. I remember this one from the Japanese set, the Sentret right here. Really nice little art style, very cute. I mean, Sentret's a cool Pokemon, and I just really like this art style. Really stuck out to me. So anyway, this is the first main set release since Surging Sparks, isn't it? Like, isn't that crazy? Like, that feels so long ago, because we had Prismatic in between. So yeah, that being a special set, Prismatic that is, yeah, this is our first, non-special set since, what's it called? Surging Sparks. I can't even talk right now. It just feels weirdly long ago. Oh my gosh, look at that Kecleon art. I don't think I've seen this before. So I know that this set isn't just Battle Partners. I believe there's like some decks in Japan that got, rolled into this set in English. Look how cool that Kecleon art is. I don't believe this was in Battle Partners. Yeah, Battle Partners. That is crazy. This must be from one of those decks. That is a beautiful art right there. Kecleon always has great arts. I think it was Surging Sparks. He also had a really nice little art there, and illustration rare, and his normal art was nice too. So this is really cool, very colorful. That's crazy for just a little common right there. 0313 is the artist. Keep an eye on that one. That is beautiful. Wow, I can't believe that Kecleon right there. That's absolutely insane. Pupitar, Larvitar. Hey, here's a ultra rare right there, Volcanion EX. I believe Volcanion has an illustration rare in here too that looks pretty darn cool. I think it's an illustration rare. I might be wrong. I've only seen it once, so I forget what it was exactly, but I do believe it looked pretty cool. So we'll take it. Okay, definitely can't complain about our hits so far. We're doing pretty good. One thing I've noticed here that again, I don't think this was in the Japanese set. There's a lot of Alolan Pokemon. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't remember paying attention to that. Little Hop Snorlax. So definitely cool to get some different regions. Minchino's also a nice little art. Interesting little style right there. There's that Toad's cool again. Mr. That is the creepiest Mr. Mime cover I've ever seen. I really do not like that art style at all. Sorry. I'm usually always very complimentary of the art in here, but that just reminds me of a really bad cartoon. And it's Mr. Mime, so it looks a little weird, but Durant, Morgra, another ultra rare. This is Elements. Oh my gosh, we're getting really lucky today. So I myself have not watched any openings of this, but I have heard that the pull rates may be higher than expected than some of the other ones. Another illustration rare, the Noibat. I think I pulled this in Battle Partners when I did my Japanese 100 packs too. This is a great little art right here, and it's not because I love Noibat. Noibat's not a Pokemon I think about too often, let's just say that, but check out the background. Very dark, it's interesting because it's dark, but you can also see there's light coming in from the path and stuff like that. But overall, it's pretty dark. Then look at the Noibat in the center. Very much lighter. So great job kind of highlighting that Noibat in this dark area, with that contrast there. Really, really beautiful card. So I will definitely take that. And that's, we got what, 4 hits and 2 illustration rares in less than 10 packs. That's pretty ridiculous right now. Yeah, that was only 8 packs. That's absolutely insane. I cannot believe the hit rates must be really, really good in here. Okay, so I did talk about this in Japanese. I did skip over the Caterpie earlier when I got it, just because I wanted to kind of move on with the, the opening at that point. But the Caterpie is really interesting in here, and so is this Metapod, even though they're completely different art styles. I do kind of like this one as well, this angular Metapod, weird, flat art style. Very interesting. There's like no shading or anything in there except for around like these little dark spots on the trees, so it's pretty cool. So Journey Together being the first post-prismatic set, it definitely had a lot of hype around it, which some say is not deserved. We'll see how that turns out in the end. There's another hit, Tapu Koko EX, our first double rare. Yeah, I believe our last single Japanese set, English set, so the last English set does comprise of only a single Japanese set, was Shrouded Fable, which was not very well received. Definitely not up to par with the rest of Scarlet and Violet era, I would say. And that's not just because it's a small set, but that is a factor, I think, because opening it feels very repetitive. If you've ever opened a lot of that, you get the same stuff over and over, so that's part of the reason. But yeah, I think this set's pretty cool. I did like opening Battle Partners. I like the Trainers Pokemon coming back. Whalmer, always a hilarious Pokemon. That reminds me, I forgot, the Whale Lord's in here. I did pull that in Japanese, so I would not mind having that in English too. Very fun little card. Little Whale Lord IR. But yeah, we definitely want some special illustration rares. I don't think I pulled an SAR in Japanese or Bombi. Yeah, it's been a few videos, so I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm kind of confusing it with Heatwave Arena, which I know I did pull some SARs from. So I'm not 100% certain if we did get anything. So we're definitely on the lookout for some special illustration rares in English here. See what we can get today. Bombardier, another hit there. Paldean Clodsire. We'll take that. Okay, this second set of 10 packs is a little less ridiculous than the first set of 10. I was thinking we're in trouble today if we're getting that many hits as far as space goes. Hop Snorlax. I forgot to take the code card. Oh man, I'm like completely out of it right now. I was like, wait a second, I'm missing something. Bringing the energy to the front, and I didn't get the code card out, so that happens. Fall Canyon Ultra Rare again. So this is kind of what happens when you have these smaller sets. You will get duplicates, like I said. So that is, we'll see how that turns out in the end. But yeah, we have another Ultra Rare here. So I am excited to announce that we will be selling some Journey Together on the website, and I think you'll be pleasantly happy with the prices. We're going to be selling all of our stuff there at MSRP, because I know how hard it has been to get this stuff. And, I know that that doesn't feel too good. The Dunsparce, double rare. But yeah, I have not put them up on the site yet. I'm still waiting for one thing to come in. And what I'm going to do is put them all up the site, probably together. I'm going to try to implement some sort of limit per person. We'll have to see if I can do that not manually. Because not having a limit is just asking for one person to buy them all up, which, you know, scalper or not, I don't really want that because it's, I just want more people to have a chance of getting it. Swinub illustration rare. This one's just so silly. Interesting art style, very detailed on the leaves. Like, look how detailed that leaf work is back there. That's a lot of work. Like, a lot of work. Drawing each of those little tiny leaves on there. That's really impressive. And this Swinub's just kind of like slithering his way along the forest floor back there. Pretty cool. And the Metagross. So the best way that's going to be for you to find out when stuff's going to drop on the website is go on there, and there should be a pop-up asking you to sign up for the email as an email subscriber. Lily's Clefairy EX. Okay, so I definitely want the Clefairy. This is obviously the double rare. I would love to get the SAR in particular. Or SIR. We'll definitely take this, but let's hope this is important of things to come. So yeah, I suggest you go on there, sign up for that email list, and you know, I'll send out the email when stuff gets put up, and hopefully you'll get something. You know, I think it's really crazy how hard all this stuff is to get. So not looking to really take advantage of people. You know, so I hope that's appreciated and people you know, kind of see that. Okay, so definitely seeing a lot of duplicates in here, as we knew. That Voltorb is absolutely crazy. I don't know if I pulled that yet. I haven't been paying attention, but geez, that is a great little Voltorb, and definitely, like, you could cover this up. You could tell this is Iono's Voltorb. Like, that is just such on brand for Iono back there. All the colors and everything, the styling. That's a really cool little card right there, and great art in the Voltorb. Very cool. Very nice. And if anyone does buy anything from the store, if you get anything, I really would love if you leave a review on there. You know, it's just really appreciated. It takes a lot to do that, so. But it really helps people realize, you know, it's a legitimate business and stuff like that. A lot of people that, you know, you see some site they haven't heard of, they're rightfully a little reticent to purchase, so. Pokemon in particular seems like just completely weighed down with scammers and scams on websites, eBay, etc. It's absolutely crazy. So I don't blame people for being cautious. Metagross. Yeah, signing up for that email list is not just good for you know, this drop of Journey Together. We're gonna have some other things coming up. The Iono and Belly Bolt, Iono's Belly Bolt, and the Charizard EX collections coming up. We're gonna have, you know, just announced they had the Mewtwo box and the Cynthia's Garchomp box. We're gonna try to get some of that on there for you when that comes out. So being on the email list is definitely a good thing. We're gonna be using that a lot to communicate when things drop. Well, the Dunsparce EX, sorry, the double rare again. You've really been trying to grow the site and stuff recently. I've been doing a pretty good job there, I think, and I really appreciate anyone who's checking that out. Hey, let's stop real quick. The Articuno, I pulled this in Japanese too. Absolutely great card. As I mentioned many times before, I love these cards where they really just use a very singular or two-color palette kind of thing. Got the white, got the blue. That's pretty much everything in here, and they're able to make something so beautiful out of that. And the thing I pointed out in Japanese, I'll point out here too, is all this stuff in the foreground. They got ice and you know, branches and stuff like that in the foreground. You get this impression you're kind of peering through the trees to see this Articuno flying by, which would just be a crazy experience. I'd really like that. So that's really great. We'll take that. But yeah, what I was getting at there before Articuno so rudely interrupted is that it's a little rough right now to get product put on there. It's just basically nothing to get in distribution. Liz Clefairy EX, we will take that. And when I say nothing to get, of course, I'm talking about anything that's not brand new, and brand new stuff is highly limited because everybody wants it right now. So, well, we're just looking for that illustration right there. And pretty much everything I've slung on there is stuff I've bought a while ago, and I've been kind of petering it out, or metering it out, I should say, not petering it out, and you know, kind of slowly putting it out there to just kind of bide my time and hope things get better from a supply front as well. The Mungus EX, first time we pulled this, a little double rare. The demand is really crazy though. For example, I just put up a bunch of sleeve boosters the other day, well under market, a really good deal if you ask me, and they were gone within a day. All of them were gone within a day. So absolutely crazy. Alcremie EX. That's a cute little card right there. Really like this art of Alcremie. And that's not stuff that I can just like get again. Like I said, like that's stuff I bought like in September, and you know, you just can't get it again. You can't replace that stock. So I feel like it's a weird thing. Either you do sell stuff, you know, at a decent price, and people it's gone instantly, so not many people can get it, right? Or if you price things like closer to like market price, everyone's gonna hate you. So it's really unprecedented demand right now. Is just absolutely crazy. I'm ready for it to be over. Honestly, I'm ready for things to go back to, let's say, like September time frame. I don't think it was super healthy for the market, honestly, for booster boxes to be going for $90. That's just ridiculous. That's, you know, the same or less than some people are paying at distribution. Like, that's just absolutely crazy. This mouse guard art also really nice. Looks really good in the hollow in particular. I will definitely say that. Looks very nice. So I honestly don't blame these stores that are just going with market pricing now, because they were selling at market price before and everyone was happy with that. So, Claudia and Cloudsire. But yeah, now I'm interested to see what happens when this whole hype is over. If the people selling at MSRP now that are being celebrated, if they sell at MSRP afterward, are they going to get business, or is that just going to go right back to Forge and Fire doing booster boxes at $90 or $100, regardless of what they sold at, you know, during the hype, well over MSRP at market price? Sadly, I think people are just going to chase the best deal, and I guess that's not even sad. It's just sad for the people trying to do the right thing. You know, that's all I'm going to say. People trying to do the right thing are the ones who are going to get screwed, and the people who are, you know, really profiting off of this demand right now are going to make out on both ends, really. That's just my prediction. I guess we'll see what the reality is. And I don't know when, a year, 2 years, really feels far away right now. Snorlax. Okay, folks, we are almost halfway through, and we have no sign of an SIR. Great little Cubone art right there. Really like that. Jeez, that just feels so like primordial, you know, very kind of just like jungle kind of thing going on. Really like that. It reminds me of the game Art, honestly. The art style is not like that. It's just the, you know, the way they represented the world. Blaziken EX, it's our first one of him, I think, double rare. So speaking of new sets, Destined Rivals dropped, was it the beginning of this week? It feels so long ago, but I think it was. I know it was Kilowattrel. Yeah, that dropped on Pokemon Center, and if you ask me, it was an absolute disaster. And I think pretty much 100% it was caused by the queue idea. Just dropped all those cards. So just to be clear, when you go on to the Pokemon Center website and there's like heavy traffic anticipated, they kind of pop you in a queue. Jeez, what am I doing right now? They pop you in a queue, and you know, you wait your turn, and when it's your turn, you can get into the site and you can buy stuff. Another Tapu Koko EX double rare. Now this has nothing to do with like making it so people can get product. This is a way to make sure that the servers aren't getting hammered by people trying to all check out at once. That's what that's about. It's not about, oh, let's make it so more people can get something. No, it's not about that. It's not an anti-bot thing, really. It's more so about a server protection and integrity. Make sure the server's still good and functioning for the people who are able to get in. And that would show up as things like, you know, more stability on the website, a little faster, most likely, and less errors and stuff on checkout and on pages and stuff. Or Bombi. Now, the massive problem, in my opinion, with this queue system is that it super incentivizes being the first person to get in the queue or early in the queue. Oh my gosh, there we go. The Clefairy special illustration rare, Lily's Clefairy. Man, what a good opening today. I can't believe we got that. And the Hops Wooloo. Those are the two cards we really wanted out of here. I mean, there's others I'd like, but man, that's awesome to get that. And that is, I think we're still in the first half here. Oh, this is the last pack of the first half. I think this is the 50th pack, if I'm correct. That is beautiful. Look at this card. Look how happy Clefairy is. I've always liked Clefairy. I don't specifically collect Clefairy, but I do think it's a cute Pokemon. Gen 1 got a lot of nostalgia for me. And that just how happy Clefairy is. And Lily's just very like, yeah, go Clefairy, you can do it. She's very excited. So that's a great little card. Love the texture on there. I can't believe we got that. That is fun. That is fun. I'm happy we got SIR today. Really nice. And it's the one we wanted. See, as I was saying, the queue on the Pokemon Center massively incentivizes being the first person to click on the link and get there. And it's another hit. Yeah, I want to kill a Watch. This is another one I said I would like to get. I love the art on here. The colors are just absolutely great. And I really like the little blur effect in the background there. That looks really good, but mostly it's the colors. The absolute, just the vibrance coming out of this card is absolutely beautiful. And it's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know, eating like a hoagie there, and the Kilowattrel eating like a berry. Very cool little card. So if you're rewarding the first people to get to the website when something drops, who's that going to be? That's going to be bots who are faster than human speed, and that's going to be people using notification discords, which, spoiler, are also bots. Now, the people clicking the link aren't bots, but it's a bot telling them to click it, and they just click it. What is the difference? There really isn't one. The website is still botted for stock to go out instantaneously. Iono's Bellible EX. And I realize this is probably a super hot take for people. They're just like, oh, I just joined this notification Discord to get stuff instantly, to give myself an advantage. And it's like, who are you giving yourself an advantage over? It's over other people who were you before you signed up. So yeah, don't let me rant too much about these notification Discords. They're just bot promotion, honestly, because like I said, they're using bots just like other people. They're just not using them to check out, or at least not for you, maybe for themselves. We'll see. It's just kind of like this whole escalation, you know. It's like if, you know, someone has like a bomb and then the next day you come back with like a nuclear bomb. It's like, oh, we need a nuclear bomb. And it's the same exact thing. And before you know it, if you don't have a nuclear bomb, then AKA you don't have like these bots checking stock, even pinging you, you're not going to get anything. It's really unfortunate. You know, at least the previous setup before the queue in Pokemon Center, you could show up late and you could still get something. You may have issues checking out. You may have stability issues on the website, but you could still get something potentially. Now you log into a queue and there's literally 1 million people ahead of you or more. That's ridiculous. I don't think that's great. So, oh, Reshiram, first one of these we saw. Pretty nice little double rare there. Anyway, the point I was trying to make is that I did not think that the drop for Destined Rivals went very well. It wasn't on any of the days people were expecting it to happen, which you think would be good. But again, all that does is give an advantage to people using bots and notification discords. It makes it harder for the average person to get it without being able to guess what day it's going to be. So I mean, I don't know what the real answer is. It's tough. The demand is through the roof. That's really what it comes down to. People want Pokemon. People want it. That's going to attract all sorts of undesirable behavior around it. Hey, we went 3 for 3 on Lily's Clefairy. We got the SIR, the double rare, now the ultra rare. I do like this style with the trainer in the background, kind of like a silhouette back there, and then the Pokemon up front. And again, look how happy Clefairy is, just giving us a little wave. Really like that. The focus is on the Pokemon, the trainer's just kind of there. Kind of cool. And something else worth talking about is a video that was released fairly recently by a YouTuber by the name of Opossum Bud. So yeah, this video is basically calling out people for opening product, for having access to product. And, you know, let's take a pause real quick. Lily's Clefairy EX, like the 4th time we pulled this, I feel like. Like I said, these double rares are going to be really common because this is a small set. And I don't really comment on what other people do on YouTube. I don't really watch a lot of other YouTubers in the Pokemon space, honestly. Or, you know, pretty much any space. I watch like how-to stuff like that. But I do find it a little obnoxious, personally. You know? I've seen a lot of videos after that like people had linked that like, oh, Danny Phantom's not going to open this set, and Mr. Grips isn't going to open this set. And you know what? I'll still be opening the sets as I wish. You know, I collect these cards. I enjoy opening these cards, and I'll be doing it regardless if I had a YouTube audience or not, to be frank. Brock Scouting, ultra rare. Really like the colors on that. Great little card. And of course, who doesn't like Brock, who is a OG trainer? I think videos like the Possum video I'm talking about, they're just kind of there just to, you know, rile people up, and, you know, it's like, yeah, you're right, that's what I think. And, you know, it's silly. I don't really do videos like that. And that's one of the reasons is I don't care about other people's opinion on that stuff, to be frank. Okay, Ends Reshiram, we got the illustration rare here. I really like this. This goes along, let me pull this over here, goes along with this stamped version here. This is the box topper for a booster box, is this Ends Reshiram Journey Together stamped promo. Well, it's the same card, but it's stamped. So it's really cool that they also put that in here. I do like that a lot. Kind of cool you can collect both copies. So I'm being a little hypocritical here. I was going to say that I think it's really rude to call out other creators about what they're doing. You know, that's just me personally, and I think it's silly. I think it's like high school drama kind of stuff. And I'm just mentioning it because, you know, obviously I'm not the target of that video. You know, nobody knows who I am. But, you know, I think the sentiment is still there that, oh, you shouldn't be opening these packs or something. It's like, you know, I don't know. I don't care. So that's just my opinion on it. So, and I think one of the reasons that this was brought up was like, oh, you shouldn't basically commiserate with people about things being bad if you're opening a bunch of packs or whatever you're doing. You're making content or something. I don't know. I really don't know what I mean, I do know what the motivation is. The motivation is just to have a video that people are going to click on. I don't think it's sincere. That's just me. So, I guess I usually don't comment on what anyone else is doing. I usually don't pay attention to what anyone else is doing. I really don't think people should pay attention to what other people are doing or have comments about it. But it was kind of brought to my attention specifically by somebody, and all the people no longer opening Destined Rivals or whatever. It's like, well, guess what? I'll be opening 100 packs of Destined Rivals no matter what. So that's just me. I enjoy this hobby. I like opening packs. Doesn't matter if there's a camera on or not. I would be opening those packs regardless. So it's kind of silly to give people, you know, grief about that. In Zoroark EX, a little gold card. Today's been really good. So we got an SIR, hyper rare as well, and the Hopswooloo that we really wanted. So that's really, really good. I really can't ask for anything else. I mean, we still have a decent number of packs over there, so we still could hit another SII or something. But look at that gold card. These gold cards actually look really good. A lot of the Scarlet and Violet gold cards weren't that great, I think, up until, I mean, with the exception of Paldean Fates, which had kind of a special green and gold card. I think up until like Surging Sparks, the gold cards left something to be desired, but this one's really cool. Anyway, I don't know. I've gone a long time on this channel without making inflammatory or opinionated comments, but I think I'm doing that more so these days. I think once I had my child, my level of caring what other people thought just went down a lot lower. So maybe the case. Okay, Ends Reshiram illustration rare. We just pulled this like 10 packs ago, 5 packs ago. Not much to say about it. Very cool card. We'll take it again. Like I said, you're gonna get these duplicates in these smaller sets, so not too surprising. Yeah, personally, I'm not the kind of person that's going to change what I'm doing because someone else wants to call you out or, you know, make you feel bad or turn their audience against you or something. Not gonna happen. I don't care. So that's just my little rant there. You know, people want to get you worked up. They want to go and, you know, they have no stake in anything that's what you're doing. If you're going to go after someone on their other channel and say, oh yeah, I'm not doing that, so I can go, you know, criticize other people for doing it. So I don't know. I think it's just a clickbait thing. You know, you just want to get people riled up and come watch your video and then, you know, put pressure on other people to like change how they enjoy the hobby. That's, sorry, I'm immune. That's one of my immunities. Among Us EX, we'll take that. Double rare. Anywho, sorry to rant on you there. Just something that, like I said, it brought to my attention that normally I wouldn't have even seen, and just found it to be kind of silly. All right, we are in the latter part of our opening here. I think this is, yeah, this is our last 30 packs here. I would really like another SIR, just for the sake of it. That would be nice. Certainly not going to complain much if we don't get it, though. I've got pretty much everything I wanted. The Whale Lord, maybe? That might be the only one that's like I really, really want. That would be nice. I did get it in Japanese already, though, a few times. I like that Drampa card. So I've passed over this a few times now, you know, just because I've been talking. But I like this little art style, kind of like a little stipple kind of thing. Very cool. I love these little common arts in here. Big fan. Yeah, so Destined Rivals is going to be the next set after this, like I mentioned earlier. I'm really looking forward to that. You know, I think a lot of people are. I just opened Heatwave Arena, really great cards in there, and that's not even the more hyped of the two sets going in there. The Team Rocket set, Glory of Team Rocket, is much more hyped, even though we haven't really had that many reveals from it yet. In Zoroark EX. But one of the things revealed, I believe, was a Mareep, Ampharos, and Flaffy cards in there. And I collect those guys, so I'm really hoping we get an Ampharos special illustration rare. That would be absolutely amazing. I would, oh my gosh, I would love that. Godsire. So yeah, I'm really holding out for that. And even if we don't get that, it would also take a Mareep or Fluffy, you know, SIR themselves or illustration or something. I want some good cards from those guys. Anyone who's watched the channel for a while knows that they're amongst my, you know, there's a certain Pokemon I collect cards of in particular, and things like them, Meryl, obviously Tandemaus Mousehold I'm a huge fan of. This is a really thick feeling pack right here. That happens sometimes. I don't know what causes that, because I don't think there's usually like an extra card or whatever. It just feels really thick. I don't know. Marowak, Onair, Dunsparce, there's a hit. We'll take that. But yeah, so of the Pokemon I collect, Mareep, Fluffy, Ampharos definitely could go for those guys. I mean, obviously, even like the commons, uncommons, rare, I'll take those. I would really like an illustration rare SIR, or both. Probably not both. I don't know if they do that. I can't think of any off the top of my head where they have, you know, the SIR and then the IR of like the same. Well, I take that back. There's obviously some like that, like Gardevoir, Ralts, and Curlia, stuff like that. So yeah, it is possible. If we can get a Mareep, Fluffy, Ambrose series, that would be top tier for me. Hey, there's Hops Wooloo again, which is good because the other one I kind of like squeezed a little bit, so I didn't actually check and see if I damaged it. That's great. We'll definitely take another one of those. Like I said, this was one of my chases for this set, and I'm really happy I got it, even though it's just an illustration rare. All right, we are almost down. I think we got like 15-ish packs left, including this one maybe. Another Alcremie EX. Another dupe here. There's that Caterpie I talked about earlier. I've passed it a few times, but opportune time to talk about it. A, look at this art style, really nice. B, I like how he's been munching on this leaf back here, clearly, because it's got like a Caterpie mouth-shaped hole in it. Oh, man. Very cute little art right there. Rockruff and the Snorlax. Yeah, when you get that fairly early special illustration rare, you really get that thing in the back of your head. It's like, man, there could easily be another one in all these packs. I don't know, though. As always, it feels a little greedy to want more, but as far as SIRs and stuff, but that's kind of why we're here, you know, to pull some cool cards. So I guess we will see. This is pack or 11 from the end here. If we don't get anything out of here, maybe we got something in those last few. Okay, down to the last 10 here. My finger is like, I don't even know what's going on. It's like, can't keep friction on these cards. Oh my gosh, we did get something. Another hyper rare, and it was Belly Bolt. Look how happy the Belly Bolt is. That's just ridiculous. These are kind of similar to those ultra rares with the trainers in the back, but the trainer actually has color in them this time. But that Belly Bolt is so happy. You can't look. He wants a hug. Okay, you clearly can tell he wants a hug. So you just can't turn that down. You have to take that, which we absolutely will. All right, this has certainly been a pretty good opening, I'm gonna have to say. I got the SIR and 2 gold cards that are nice gold cards, I would say. Hey, is this our first Mamoswine? Like I said, interesting we got so many duplicates of the others, but this is our first one of this one. My little hit area over there is getting severely disrupted when I'm trying to reach over. I kind of put it too far away. Should have it a little bit closer next time. Kamala, double. But yeah, absolutely cannot complain. We will certainly take what we've gotten today and be very happy with that. Swinub, hey, look at that Hobzation. That's a cool little ultra rare right there. Again, this is the trainer kind of ghosted in the background and the Pokemon up front. I really like the colors in there too. Works really well with the Zacian. All right, I think we're down, what, 6 packs left? Something like that. Mascarda. All right, this is another really thick feeling pack right here. Don't know why. Maybe there's something good in it. We'll see. Ufant and Reshiram, the rare. All right, Geodude. I like that little Geodude, by the way. Definitely kind of a cool little variant there. Sigilif, Volcanion EX. We'll take that. Double rare. Okay. Well, we got 3 left. Come on. Excelgor back-to-back. I love the back-to-back normal with the reverse. Always tickles my fancy, as they say. Just a humorous little situation there. Oh, my fingers. Come on. Corviknight, Beldum, Brock, Butterfree. Okay, here we go. Last pack. Lily's Pearl, Greedent, Regice, Purloin, Beautyfly, and the Tyranitar. So don't forget, like I said earlier, if you're still looking for Journey Together, I'm going to have it on the website, what I have at least, at MSRP, and I'm going to be emailing my subscribers, my email subscribers, about that. when it drops. So go to the website, fandemaus.com, sign up for the email subscription if you're interested in trying to get that when it drops. If you enjoyed watching us open 100 packs of Journey Together today, check out these other videos where we open packs of Pokemon. Thanks for watching, and have a great one.